And that's the last one. And there we have it. I'll leave those two on there. Let's take this guy apart. Now, the only other thing I got to do is, do I have to do that now? Yes, I should do that now. All right, let's clear some of this stuff out. Okay, and now we have to countersink. Jesus, really? God. Who cut this thing? That's supposed to be straight? Jesus. All right, fine. Now it's to countersink all the holes. Now, this is really, really old, but it honestly should do the trick. Let's start with one that I can actually pass through. And if this doesn't work, I'll just use the new one. Hope it's not too grippy. Perfect. Yes, perfect. Okie doke. Come on. Actually, probably don't need the clamps. But I don't have screws ready. Fuck. Come on. Really? Seriously? All right, I guess I do need the clamps then. Jesus Christ. All right, it's okay. I got it. With my head. Cool. That's professional. Huh. Now, would you look at that? it is officially screwed together. Awesome. Let's try one of these down here. I like that. That's pretty solid. All right. Yeah, cool, good. So I don't need to put all of these in. I think I'll just do 2, maybe 4. Put one somewhere here in the middle. Maybe at the start of this. Actually, I might do maybe 5. So before we actually get to the other piece, we want this front piece. Except this front piece has not been done yet, has it? It has. No. Yes, no. It hasn't. The side piece has. So this is the bottom, yes? Yes, it's the bottom, which connects to the front. All right, so we don't want this yet. But good to know. That is where that goes. That will actually help us with that measurement over there. But I think, this hasn't been done yet, has it? It has not. Okay, all right, well, slight hiccup. No worries. Be done in a jiff. But, ooh, shit, what is that? Oh no, it's way up here. Yeah, that's fine. Oh, okay, yeah, that's all right. There we go. Don't need to tighten it too much. Now the bottom, so I can already tell the bottom has a bit of a gap. Let's see if I can show you a little closer here. All right, so you see that's kind of dark. Too dark, there we go. All right, so here's the bottom. Now this is a slight gap over there. Looks like about a millimeter, maybe 1.5 millimeters. But this should pull a little closer. I don't know if that's going to strain it any. I guess we'll see. But the next thing is I lift this up, put these screws in it. That's way, yeah. So I have to lift that up, put the screws in it, do the same over there, and that should be semi-stable. Then I can trace that out on this side, and then cut these same holes over there. So let's do that. So I guess this gap was in the back, not the front. So yeah, I think it was maybe 1.7, this frame back here. I did 1.5 centimeters. That's probably why half of these things were sort of very close to the border. Yeah. Let's see, this one, I really, really wish I could see what's going on in there. Too high. Jesus. Okay, now, I kind of want to get this guy up. Let's see how high I need this to be. About, yeah. I actually can't really see the mark. If this is a little higher, it's probably a little better. Okay. Okay. Where is it? About there. Let's start with this one. Don't do anything stupid. All right, that's gripped. That's a grip. Okay. That's looking good. I like that. Nah? Yeah? Yeah. All right. Oh, okay, that is satisfying, to be sure. Now what? Now, I managed somehow to get all of this positioned and all the holes drilled. I basically had to measure from the bottom of the backside to the back of the console, and then use the console to get the bottom right. And that's all done now. So basically, what's left is I have to take it all apart, do the recesses for these holes. I don't know if I should measure, if I should try and position the monitor panel first and do that, or not. I mean, while it's here, I might as well, right? So I just need another clamp up here. This monitor panel has the same problem as this, is that it's just a couple mils shy of that width there, and I think the top width is the same as this. So I just have the console and the monitor that are too narrow, and that might not be a bad thing. So that, I guess, gives me some flexibility on how to get it in there in such a way that I could take it out if I need. Like if I need to work on any of the wiring, it would be great to be able to take this off. The drawer is going to come out. I'm fairly certain. I'm not sure if the drawer is going to come all the way out. Just because of the rails that I have, I might just end up getting better rails for that. But I think this little wiggle room is good to, might be a good thing to have. I don't know, might not be. I mean, if it were tighter, I would have wanted it to be tighter, so maybe it's not a good thing. Maybe I'm just trying to convince myself it's fine. I mean, it is fine. I'll make it work, but I wish I didn't have to make it work. So this piece should come right up in here. Ooh. Yeah, this is already a very tight fit. About right there, and goes back to there. Fuck, there. Which makes this up here, roughly. Is 15.5. Yeah, that works. Okay. So I guess this will be fine. That's where that should stay, and I can mark that side finally, as in definitively. And I can drill it out this way. All right, so I think 2 should be fine. I think I'm going to have a system here where I can kind of, oh shit, is that centered? More or less. I'm going to have a system. Where's my other mark? There it is. I think we're going to put like a little backing as well. These will just be sort of, I don't know, for support. I probably don't need it back. I mean, if I do the screws, it should be fine. I mean, 2 screws for this little thing. Monitor's not that heavy. And it's going to be on this thing. I don't know if I'm going to attach it to the speaker panel at all, but yeah, that should be fine. Where's my drill? All right. Those holes did. How wiggly is this? That is 29.2. Fuck. 29.1. Just lean that back. A piece of rubber would probably be good at the other end as well. And then you just tighten. Well, okay, that's a bit too much of an angle. Where are we at now? Oh shit, too much. Way too much. All right, do I even need this? Did I read that wrong the first time? Well, that's interesting. Huh. Don't know what that was all about. So we got all this mounted, positioned rather. These are just sitting on these clamps over here. I want to cut these 2 holes. I haven't quite calibrated it over on that side yet. That should be about right. This isn't exact yet either, so I can't quite trust that yet. I also should do the back part, the top board. But I'm going to do this first. So I'm going to drill from this side, just like I did with the monitor panel, and then put this back, drill from that side. I guess I should keep this on here. Yes, I should. And then metal lean right back where it is. Where is this here? Ow! Ooh! Alright, well that's a splinter. Damn chipboard. Yeah, so there's some gap back here. I should probably mark that. Oh no, but I have this marked. Yeah, okay. So I'm going to keep this here, because this is, I want there to be as clean a connection as possible here, because this you actually see. This is about the only seam I'm really worried about being able to see. I did bevel this a little bit, so I got this angle right, more or less right. I'm going to see if I can't fit some wood pegs in here, just to keep this absolutely where it ought to be. If it's a little lower, I mean, you're never going to see it this way, right? So there could be a bit of a lip underneath. That should be fine. 27. I guess I should do 2, right? What's 27 divided by 3? That's 9. So 9 centimeters apart. So that'll be 1 at 9, 1 at 18. Woo! And 9. Good. That might be overkill. Maybe I want them a little further. So let's say I want them 15 apart. Let's find the center. 27. Half of 27, that's 10, 3 and a half, 13.5. So there's the center. Let's say I want 15. So 7 and a half. I'll put 1 right there and 1 right there. Yeah, I think I like that a little better. I mean, I don't think I really need 2, but $67.5. Excellent. Let's mark it. There we are. Nice. Good. All right, so I just discovered there's a piece of crap on the sensor of my camera. It's been there apparently for a good long time. So this should be a lot of fun to edit. Big black spot on it. Whatever. All right, I fixed it. So, where were we? I've mulled this over a bit. This does have to come back a little bit, and it's going to sit. I need to basically cut a notch, I think. And I wasn't entirely sure how to do it, but I was looking through a couple things and I realized this might work perfectly. So again, the inside doesn't have to be perfect. You're not going to see the inside, but I would like for this to sit a little bit lower. If there's still some room to run some wires, that'll be great. If not, it'll look cleaner, so win-win. But this does have to come back a little bit, and this is really the easiest way to do this. I could have cut this at an angle, but that is a nightmare. I don't know how I would hold this against a sander. I could do it by hand, but I doubt I would get it perfectly straight. So I'm going to try this thing and see if this works. Need to tighten this really well because this little gasket has a tendency to move with vibration. Hopefully the shaft doesn't do that either. Yeah, that looks pretty good. So now a bunch of clamps. Moving all over the place. What are you? Oh shit, didn't realize that was... I think I hit something by mistake. I put it at 2 hours extra. So, lost that shot of me actually cutting the notch. Looks good though, I'll show it in a second. But while I have the tool out, there is something else that I wanted to do. So this is the speaker panel. And the speaker panel gets these speaker covers. Now these speaker covers have these little, what's that, a grill? We wouldn't call that a grill. Wire mesh little covers, basically. Except this is exactly the size of the border, and this ought to sit flush for the screws. So I need to cut a little bit of a recess just around here to allow for this to go in, and it has to be pretty close. So I only have about 1.5 millimeters here to work with. I can maybe stretch it to 2, but these get screws and those have to bite into something. I don't want it too close to the edge. It doesn't have to go all the way through, mind you, it just has to be a little bit. So what I thought could work is if I modify one of these guys. So this comes with interchangeable ball bearings, and I think if I put this smaller one on this larger one, on this larger cutting tool, that's going to be difficult. That might give me just enough to ride on the edge. I really don't want to do this. Ooh, cool, good, all right, nice. Wasn't so bad. Oh, that's the one I need. And there we go. Perfect. One less thing to worry about. Actually, I'm not quite done with this panel yet. Because in theory, this is where our motion sensor goes as well. First things though, I need to put all this back the way it was, because I'm going to forget, and I don't need that. Fuck. Basically, so I gotta measure it from the back like I just did. And I started laying some of this out, but that's a little too far back, I think. 23. Up about there. There we go. Oh, that's handy. Alright, so assuming this is square, I suppose I shouldn't really assume. There is my hole. Now, I'm going to need, what do we say? So 23, 40, I have 40. Ooh, shit, is 40 the highest I go? I got a 40. Hopefully, that 1 millimeter isn't going to make or break this, or I have to switch out those things again. I really don't want to do. I just put that stuff away. I don't know, it's going to be tight. It's going to be real tight. I just need my 32. Do I have a 32? I have a 35. 32. Good. All right. So one way you can kind of gauge whether this is going in straight, let me lean this over there. You'll notice it'll start to tear away. So you can see I've started tearing over there, a little over there. So I want to adjust. Hey now. And I can call that more or less straight. Now, how deep do I need this to go is the other issue. So I need for this, actually, first and foremost, will this fit? It will fit. It will fit perfectly. Excellent. One less worry. So the panel is 19 millimeters. And I guess I would want the panel to have a little bit. So this will come up about, this is no good. This will come up about, let's call that, is that 1 millimeter? 2, good. All right, so it'll be about 2 millimeters. So I want my 32 hole to be 2 millimeters from the other side. How the fuck do I measure that? I don't know. I'll figure it out. And this here will have to sit a little higher. So I have 2 millimeters plus 1, 2, 3.5, is it? And I can do a little more, I guess. Yeah, I can do a little more. Wait, if I do more, if I do deeper, this won't sit. That's fine, okay. Better deeper than more shallow, correct? Yes, more deeper the hole, more shallow this difference. Good. Jesus, this is hard to keep track of. Yeah. Worse. Worse, worse. I made it worse. I made it so much worse. Okay. Good? Yeah. Okay. It's better. It's a little deeper, but it's better. That will do just fine. Now, using that same pilot hole, I need to go down. What do we say? 4 millimeters? Actually, easy test. Ah, shit, not easy test. It's got little things on it. All right, well, I can already tell from looking at it that it's kind of crooked. So I need to come back towards me a little bit. I think that should be fine. Yeah. Yeah, that should be fine. And the final one, let's see how that looks on the other side. That looks good, I would say. That looks very good, I would say. Fuck you. All right, let's try this out. I would call that a success. Good. Yes. Love it. So we're at the final pieces now. I got this thing positioned at the top, this final panel. This should be right. I'm going to mark it and then drill the holes. I think I'm going to mark both sides because this should be accurate. Alright, well, that looks about good. Yeah, what do you think? Almost compelled. Now, hold on a second. Where's the line? Okay, good, good. The joysticks. The right one actually goes over here. And actually, I do want to try one button at least, get a feel for the look.